Gentlemen, in this video, I'm gonna give you the cold hard truth about dating advice on the internet. And if you're a guy watching this and you've struggled for a long time with trying to follow different advice, jumping around from YouTuber to YouTuber, from coach to coach, looking for different quick fixes to fix your dating life, this is really gonna help you. And I want you to watch to the end because you're not gonna actually get the value I'm trying to give you unless you watch the whole thing and you really understand what I'm trying to get across here. And so the first thing that I want to get into is that you need to really understand that women don't care about your feelings, and that's a good thing. A woman's actions speaks 10 times louder than her words. And so if you're not getting results with women, if women aren't actually hanging out with you and spending time with you, if they're not getting physical with you, it's because they are not turned on by you. And that's just the truth, okay? And we'll talk about how to fix it, but you're not turning women on. You're not getting her wet between the legs, and that needs to be happening. Doesn't matter if you're religious, doesn't matter if you don't want to have sex till marriage, none of that matters. You need to get her wet, because if you don't, she's not gonna want to reproduce with you later, right? Because if you're waiting until marriage, you probably want kids, and you need to have sex to want kids. So you can use, these values and these beliefs about I don't want to bang a slut, whatever, as a reason to not talk to women, or you can master the art of seducing her and turning her on, getting her really wet, and have the mental fortitude and the strength and the values to just not act on it. Because you're a man, you have full ability to do that. We're not little boys. We don't need to have a cookie or else we'll start throwing a fucking temper tantrum, right? We don't need to fuck this girl or else, once we get hard, we don't need to fucking get all butthurt that she doesn't want to have sex. Just because we have a boner doesn't mean we need to use it, guys. So that's the first thing you understand is women don't care about your feelings. They care about how they feel. They care about their feelings. That is what drives all women's decision making, especially in dating. And so, you got to understand that first, because it's not personal. It's not, hey, you're a really nice guy, but I hate nice guys and you're a fucking loser and I hate you. It's literally hey, you're a really nice guy, but I have so many options that I'm just not going to be with you because you don't do it for me. You're not doing it for me right now. And so if you want to get with me, you got to be doing it for me. And if woman's telling you that, then there's something wrong. And the second thing I want to make clear is that women want men. They want masculinity. Feminine energy is attracted to masculine energy. Opposites attract. And so what you have to understand is that if you want women to be attracted to you, you need to have masculine, grounded, strong energy. And that's what I focus on this channel, because I can give you all these tactics and all this step-by-step processes. And it's actually what I do inside of my coaching program, Attraction Accelerator. But without an actual understanding of what your masculinity looks like and what it's going to look like in the future, you're gonna struggle a lot because you're not gonna have the foundation that it takes. Now, with that being said, none of those tactics work without, strong, grounded masculinity. What are some of these tactics? Well, first you need to learn how to have fun. Shocker. Girls like being around men that are positive and they like life. If everything you're saying, and this is actionable step number one, if everything you're saying is negative about your job or about parts of your life or about your baby mama or whatever the fuck you're worried about, and all you're talking about is other people and how they suck, then you're kind of fucking yourself over. No one wants to be around that in the real world. I would actually suggest just getting off of social media, setting notifications for content pieces like this that are really important for your growth. And then outside of that, just turning it off completely, because when you go out in the real world, and I found a guy recently named Hamza, who's a general, just masculine self-development guy. And what he was saying was and it's very true, is when you go out in the real world, everyone's more positive. That person that hates women or that person that hates men on the internet, they're not talking to you in person. You're not gonna see it. And so you're going online where there's all this negativity and it's filling you with hate. It's filling you with all these negative emotions, and women will feed off that. They will sense that because they're incredibly emotional. It'll completely kill any vibe with any woman. So like, start filling yourself with more positive emotions. Start avoiding negative emotions. Like, start avoiding all these negative doomer feelings about like how the world's gonna end, because there's no point in worrying about it. Like, yeah, you can do your part, like recycle or whatever, it doesn't matter. But like, at the end of the day, if you can't do something about it, then like, what's the point in paying attention to it? And like, the Johnny Depp thing is a great example of that. Like, the verdict came out like 2 or 3 days ago when I'm recording this video. And it's like, dude, everyone's so up in arms and like either celebrating or upset. And it's like, you're tying so many emotions. There's so many weak ass men that are tying their emotions to this thing that happened that's outside of themselves in their own life, when they could just set themselves up to never have anything like that happen to them in the future. And if that triggers you, I'm sorry, but it's just the truth, you know? So that's number one, is women want positivity. They want a guy that can have fun and relax and shoot the shit with her, doesn't take himself too seriously. Number two, the next thing you need to master as far as how to communicate with women in a more attractive way is be less afraid to offend. You're not gonna fucking break her heart, man. Just by saying, oh my God, I'm not sure we're gonna get along. You're not gonna break her heart, bro. You know, she doesn't fucking care. She's gonna actually be a little interested, because if there's anything that's consistent about women and femininity over the last 100 years, 1,000 years, it's been that women want what they can't have. Anything in culture out of the last 100 years has been women want what they can't have. They want the strong, unshakable, untamable beast. You know, literally look at Beauty and the Beast. It's the exact like dichotomy that women are looking for and they're chasing. You're not gonna offend her by being like, you know, I'm not so sure we'll get along. You're just not. So don't be so afraid to offend her. And I think it goes without saying, like, you should be able to listen and be introspective and think, am I being an asshole here? But if you really don't think you're being an asshole, you know, maybe you are, but you can always learn that lesson later. You know, don't be so afraid to offend. And don't match her tonality. Don't match her energy. Don't match her body language. If she's like, oh, hey, I'm this sweet little girl, to act like you're not this big, powerful man that's bigger than her, it's just disingenuous. It's insulting to her intelligence. She knows you're stronger than her. She knows you're bigger than her. She knows you want to fuck her. So why are you hiding it? Why are you hiding it? It's just fucking, it's ridiculous. And so that's the second point, is like, don't match her energy. Don't be feminine when you're talking to her. Don't be afraid to offend, because you're so afraid you'll scare her off. You're so afraid that you'll offend her that you come up to her like this, hey, oh, that's awesome. You go to this school. Wow, that's amazing. Oh my God, you're getting this degree. Oh, instead of, yo, what's up? What can you offer to my life? Right? You don't say that. Remember, you gotta have fun. You gotta be positive. But, yo, what's up? You look like trouble. You look like my crazy ass ex. I don't know if we're gonna get along. Are you crazy? You go up with that confidence, that swag, that cockiness, it's gonna go a long way. But remember, you're not gonna be able to feel that unless you feel worthy of having that, like displaying those emotions. You need to be able to display that prominently and be proud of it, okay? Third, I want you to fix your body language. This kind of goes with not matching your energy, but you need to cut out all the feminine bullshit. Stand up straight, shoulders back. When a girl gives you some shit like, oh, you're kind of an asshole, lean into it. Like, yeah, maybe sometimes. I come off like that sometimes. You like it though, I can tell. Like, if you fucking mean it, and you're speaking with conviction, and you have strong body language, and you don't ask questions, you make statements, you're gonna see a lot better results in your communication with women, even if it's women you're not attracted to. So I want you to even try this. Here's a call to action for the video. Go out and actually, when you talk to the girl, that even like approach a girl you're not even really that attracted to. You just think she's like okay, or maybe she's just like not a girl you're interested in, but you want to see how this works. Try to not be so afraid to offend. Try to give her some shit without being an asshole. Try to be positive the same way you would give one of your guy best friends some shit, like, hey bro, you're looking kind of skinny in that shirt, right? The same way you would kind of test your buddy's masculine frame, I want you to test her frame. I want you to be like, hey, I like that shirt, but you look a little crazy, right? I like that dress, you look a little crazy though. You look good, but kind of remind me of my ex. I'm not sure about you, right? Try that with a girl that you're not so interested in, that you're not so intimidated to offend. And you'll see her eyes light up. You'll see her be like, what? Oh my God. And she'll start to open up that feminine energy. And you'll start to see that there's a side to women that you don't even unlock because you've been force-fed feminine, I guess, propaganda about like men being more feminine and how that's good. And if you just lean into your masculinity and stop listening to all these lies, you would realize that you could actually have a life of massive abundance, and women would actively chase you. They would do anything to be with you. So if you like the video, like it down below, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.